Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your service and your testimony. General Nakasone, in your judgment, what do you see as the greatest cyber terrorism or cybersecurity threats that we're facing right now?
So certainly, Senator, the discussions we've had this morning with regards to the challenges, the vulnerabilities within our critical infrastructure are among the top concerns that I have.
Some time ago, I chaired a hearing in the Science and Space Subcommittee of the Commerce Committee on artificial intelligence. It was the first congressional hearing on artificial intelligence. And we heard testimony at that hearing that one of the real threats as AI expands and as more and more decision-making is done in sector after sector of the economy through AI, that cyber terrorism would occur hacking into a big data set, not denying service, not bringing the system down, but far more subtly simply changing the data in the big data set so that the AI algorithms reach the wrong results. How serious do you assess threats of that kind, and what can be done to secure against them?
So, Senator, previously we thought only of securing our networks, and what we have certainly learned is the fact that securing our data, which I would say is really the coin of the realm. Our data is critical. Think of the dangers that are posed if our data is manipulated, whether or not it's in our financial, our health, our national defense records. Very, very critical for what we're doing. But also think of the security of our weapon systems that go with it, the code that underlines our platforms, the code that underlines the critical capabilities that our Army, Navy, and Air Force Marines rely on. In terms of what must be done, I would offer that we have to think more broadly in terms of a defense in-depth strategy as we look to the future. You highlighted the challenges of AI. Just as critical as AI might be for a terrorist, it's critical for us to be able to verify code or to be able to have the capability to verify the integrity of our data. And so I do see this as one of the areas that both has tremendous positive impacts for our nation, but one that we must be able to understand the limitations and the consequences as well.
One of the challenges the services have faced over time is attracting a talent pool with the expertise, with the background to compete and compete effectively on a global stage, particularly when you're competing with companies in Silicon Valley that can offer mountains of money. What can and should we be doing better to ensure that we have the top talent working to secure us from cyber threats?
Senator, I think it's important that we play to our strengths. The number one strength that I have found in Army Cyber is emphasizing our mission. We have a unique mission. There's no one in the private sector that has a responsibility for defending the nation. We have a very, very unique mission, and I think that resonates with young people today. But I also think we have to have an approach to recruiting people that is dynamic, that tries different ideas, that has unique partnerships, that is able to leverage ideas that may not be traditional within our military sphere. And I think that's important because the space that we operate in is changing every single day. And so why shouldn't our ideas change just as rapidly?
Let's talk a moment about international corporate espionage. I recently met with a CEO of a major Texas company who described significant concerns about researchers who were Chinese nationals working with the firm and potentially stealing American intellectual property. And what they were finding is their research midway through suddenly became the subject of Chinese patent applications. And the CEO, I think, has significant concerns. That's a direct act of corporate espionage. How serious do you assess that threat, and what can be done to stop state actors from targeting American businesses and companies?
Senator, have recently read a lot of material with regards to espionage and the stealing of our secrets. One area that we're very, very focused on is obviously the defense industrial base. We are concerned. We should be concerned based upon what our adversaries have planned and what they've been able to do in the past. We have to look at a more comprehensive approach to securing it. What are the responsibilities of the private sector? What needs to be written into a contract? What needs do we need to do to ensure the integrity of the networks and the data that are out there? These are all elements of what I would say is a very, very important strategy that we must pursue.
Okay, and one final question, if I may, for Dr. Park. Nuclear proliferation remains a serious threat. How seriously do you assess the threat of North Korean proliferation to Iran or to other hostile actors, and what should we be doing to prevent that?
On a scale of 1 to 10, probably 11. This is one of those important challenges that we have to work with international partners to address. It's both regional and it's got global implications, and we need to do everything possible to contain that situation and reverse their nuclear development efforts.
Thank you.